This is the 2024 Nissan Frontier Hardbody, and I'm going to tell you why it is retro done right. There are a handful of design elements on the Frontier Hardbody that make it the retro truck that Nissan wanted it to be. First and foremost, these wheels. They are exact replicas of what you would get on a Nissan Hardbody 20, 30 years ago, and they look fantastic. 3 spokes, you don't see anything else like them today. It's super distinctive and lets you know immediately that this is a special truck. The next design element that lets you know that the Frontier Hardbody is not a regular truck is the graphics package. Right here on the hood and the tailgate, you've got 3 really distinct and retro-inspired retro details, especially this 4x4 logo right here. Have you ever seen something more 80s than this? I don't think so. I don't know if this is a retro design element or not, but there's no step to get up. You gotta get on your truck like a man. Or like just someone who's able-bodied, I guess. Next up, we've got this roll bar, which you could find on the original Hardbody. Now, this is a little bit more substantial and it says Frontier on it, but it's a really cool design element that looks very nice. And I just found this little piece of plastic on it I can pull off. Very satisfying. The black plastic on the mirrors and the door handles here kind of meant to invoke the cheap black plastic you get on the Hardbody in the 90s. This is certainly better quality and it's finished in a gloss finish rather than kind of like a dull finish like this right here. It looks pretty nice. It's a really nice contrast off of the optional red paint. And if you don't get this car in red, fool, stupid, idiot. You see these headlights? These are classic old school halogens put on the Frontier Hardbody because that's what the Hardbody has. I have an issue with them. It's the one piece of design I do not like on this car. You can get LED headlights in a Frontier, but not on this one, even though it costs more than the ones with LEDs. To make it look old school, I guess. One issue, they're not very bright at all. Even with the high beams or the fog lights on, you're just not getting a lot of light out of them. And if you want to be a real American trucker, you live somewhere rural. It's dark at night. You need better headlights than this. Now, the interior of the Frontier Hardbody is also kind of retro, but not exactly on purpose. It's pretty bare bones and simple, but if that's what you're looking for in a truck, this is exactly what you're gonna like. You've got very comfortable but very cloth seats that are heated, which is very nice. You've got a classic old school shifter. You've got 2 big gauges right there. Who needs screens? You don't, you're a truck owner. Up here, we've got a very small but still fairly usable screen. CarPlay runs flawlessly, but no Bluetooth here. You gotta plug in through the USB port. Driving position, everything falls very nicely to hand. You got your climate controls right here. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, which is a very nice little touch. Over here, you got a plethora of buttons that do all manner of things, include like turning off like the radar cruise control and safety shit, which is very nice that this has. I wouldn't expect it. Now, your left foot has some work to do in the Frontier Hardbody, and it's not because it's a manual, though that would be cool. Nope, this thing has a classic foot-mounted parking brake. Who doesn't love that? It's pretty much just this and the Dodge Challenger at this point, and the Dodge Challenger's dead. Like the rest of the Frontier Hardbody, its heart is also old school. You're not going to find a turbocharger or any sort of fancy hybrid system here. No, you're getting an old school 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6 that makes enough horsepower for you to do whatever truck stuff you need to do. The Frontier Hardbody is classic small pickup truck through and through. It absolutely carries on the lineage of the original Hardbody from years gone by. If you're into that whole 80s and 90s retro aesthetic look and you want a small pickup truck, I can't think of anything better.